Spell it for me because I couldn't understand you.
S-A-V.
Okay, you said saved. Anybody else want to take a shot at that? That nevertheless I live, does that represent being saved or safe?
Saved.
All right, I got another saved. Jen, what did you say?
I said saved.
S-A-F-E, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's a live, that means your life, right? So that would be S-A-F. It's the conjunction that made me believe that it was saved. Nevertheless, I live.
Okay. All right.
When he hit the butt, he goes into being safe.
Okay. Let's break this down. Crucified with Christ. Was the crucifixion natural or spiritual?
It was natural. Natural.
Was the crucifixion a natural or a spiritual thing, y'all?
That's spiritual. I think both. Oh, God.
Was the crucifixion a natural or a spiritual thing?
Spiritual.
All right, got spiritual. Y'all say it. I mean, I'm going to give y'all the truth, but...
Well, we already said, some of us said natural, and then she said spiritual.
Some of you said spiritual, some of you said natural. Jen said both. Okay, I am crucified with Christ. That's a spiritual thing. Jesus was the manifest Son of God. He didn't even come by a natural means, y'all. The Holy Spirit impregnated Mary. I understand your mind is thinking about that because he had on flesh. But I want you to understand and think about this too. Did he ever sin?
No, ma'am. No. No, ma'am. He died for it.
So how was he natural then? That was a spiritual thing that was done. How many people y'all know that got pregnant without having sex?
Nobody.
I don't either.
Zero.
Okay. So Paul says, I am crucified with Christ. That's my spirituality. Then he says, but nevertheless, I live. Live represents life. Life represents safe. So I'm crucified with Christ. I'm saved, but nevertheless, I'm safe. You see it? Do y'all see it? Talk to me. I need to break it down some more. Oh no, tell the truth now. Because this is a matter of your life and your death.
Please repeat it.
I am crucified with Christ. That's a spiritual act, which means salvation. Salvation is spiritual. Salvation is not natural. You are saved by faith. There is not a natural thing that we can do to be saved. You can go and be nailed to a cross. Put crown of thorns on your head and all. Is that going to save you?
No, ma'am.
Salvation is spiritual. He says, I am crucified. The crucifixion was a spiritual act. It came by natural means, but it was a spiritual act because it came from God. Is God spirit or is God flesh?
Spirit.
Okay. So salvation is spiritual because salvation comes from God, which is, okay, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move from Galatians 2. Keep your hand right there, but I'm finna take you somewhere else and open it up a little bit more for you. All right, so go now over to John chapter 4. John chapter 4. Keep your hand on Galatians 2 and 20, but go to John chapter 4. John chapter 4. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. John chapter 4. Let me know when y'all got it. Verse 24. John chapter 4, verse 24. Let me know when y'all got it.
Got it.
All right, give me a couple more people say they got it. John 4, 24.
Got it.
Anybody else got it? John 4, 24. All right, y'all got to come on now. Look.
Got it.
All right, John 4, 24 says what? What does it start out saying?
God is a spirit.
So is he flesh?
No man. He's a spirit.
I'm gonna post it in a minute when I get finished. God, y'all get that phone in that thing? Huh? All right. Don't use that chicken today. Don't use that chicken. Uh-huh. However, yeah, God is a spirit, it says. And then it goes on to say, and they that worship him must worship him where?
In spirit and truth.
All right. So now, go back to Galatians 2. Galatians 2 and 20 says, I am crucified with Christ, which represents salvation, which is of the Spirit of God. Salvation is spiritual. You cannot just naturally get saved. Salvation is a spiritual act. That's the reason why you have to ask the Lord, invite the Lord inside and give him permission to live on the inside and take over. Because it's now meaning that I'm becoming more spiritual. I'm living more out of my spirit than I am my flesh. So Paul says, I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless, I got life too now. Nevertheless, I still live as a man, but I'm safe. So I got salvation and I'm safe. I'm saved and I'm safe. He says, nevertheless, I live. Let me prove to you how you know he's safe and he's saved. He says, because yet not I, but Christ that liveth in me. That's why I'm safe. Because Christ lives in me. He's made me safe. Now, most people only want him to make them saved. But don't you try to make me safe. Because if you make me safe, that means you're going to stop me from doing some stuff that I would do. I just need your salvation. I don't need you to make me safe. But he says, nevertheless, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life, he says, the life, he's still talking about his natural state. The life, the safeness that I walk in, I now live in the flesh. I live by the faith of the Son of God. He says, I allowed him to make me safe. I allowed his crucifixion to make me safe. God help me. I allowed what he did for me to make me safe. I now, he says, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I'm safe. Yet not I, but Christ is safe in me. And the safe person which I now am safe in, the flesh, but I'm safe by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me. See, I realized how much he loved me. That's why I got safe. And gave himself for me. I realized that he loved me. His love is what keeps me safe. His love for me is what won't let me do people like they do me. Because I'm safe. I'm not just saved, but I'm safe too, see. I'm not going to hurt you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. At least I know I'm not going to intentionally do it. Because I'm safe. I'm not just saved, I'm safe as well. So it's more to being saved. You got to be safe too. Can they trust you? Can the woman trust you with her man in there with you and you don't do nothing? Can she trust you to know his phone number and y'all ain't texting each other? You know, are you safe? Are you safe? Are you the type that can pass right by somebody and see them in a situation and be like, nah, my business? You know, are you safe? Are you safe? Can they trust you to know that you are really praying for their deliverance? That you are really praying for their breakthrough? Or are you inwardly judging them? Are you safe? Oh, God, help us, please. Any questions or any comments? Wait. Do y'all understand that text now? Or what I just, do y'all get it? Do I have any questions or any comments?
My takeaway is that I basically have the responsibility of myself to become safe. It's my responsibility.
Yeah, it's your responsibility to be safe. We have a choice in being safe. That being safe is by choice. You make a decision. He comes in and the man comes in, and I keep using a man and a woman because that's what, I'm a woman, so I'm gonna use that. There's no knockoff at anybody. Man comes in and man is, man is married. Man comes in and man makes, advances, says, starts saying some things. Okay. Do I have a decision or not? My ear itching.
You do. Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. So I know he's married. I know this. So I get to make a decision on whether I want to be safe or not. Right or wrong.
Right.
See, that's the reason why the safe part is our responsibility. We make the decision. That's what we're going to be judged about. We're not going to be judged about the salvation. When we stand before the judgment throne, we're not going to be judged about our salvation. We're going to be judged about whether we were safe or not. What did you do? How did you handle this?